Mr. R wanted us to learn, and I, Michael Westfall,
I, Mike Zacharias,
have learned to a, don't really worry about my grade, level the following concepts from the first 12 chapters of the chemistry book. We didn't actually get to 12. We did 11 because we didn't get to stoichiometry. This is not an inclusive list, but my selection of concepts from each chapter that I will remember. Okay, so number one, chapter 1, Intro to Chemistry. I learned that chemistry has 5 traditional fields of study, which are organic chemistry, biochemistry, inorganic chemistry, and analytical chemistry, and physical chemistry.
In chapter 2, Matter and Change, I learned about intensive and extensive property. Intensive property is a property that depends on the type of matter in the sample, not the amount of matter. Extensive property is the property that depends on the amount of matter. The 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas.
In chapter 3, Scientific Measurement, I learned that in chemistry, scientific notation is there to break down huge equations, and it's there to break down huge equations to make it a little simpler for us. And also I learned that it's measured with SI units that are meter, kilogram, Kelvin, second, mole, cadilla, and amperage.
So in chapter 4, Atomic Structure, I learned that 3 subatomic particles are electron, protons, and neutrons. Also, I learned the atomic mass unit, which is defined as 1/12 of the mass of a carbon-12 atom.
Moving on to chapter 5, electrons in atoms. I learned about energy levels, quantum and quantum mechanical model, the Aufbau principle, the Pauli exclusion principle, and Hund's rule will tell you how to find the electron configurations of an atom.
In chapter 6, Periodic Table, I learned that Mendeleev arranged a periodic table by the elements increasing mass. I also learned how the table has metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. Metals are good conductors. In nonmetals, there are greater variation in physical properties.
Chapter 7, Ionic and Metallic Bonding. I learned that a valence electron are the high energy level of the atom. Also to find the number of valence electrons in an atom of a representative element, simply look at its group number.
In chapter 8, Covalent Bonding, I learned about covalent bond, molecular bond, and molecular formula. A diatomic molecule is a molecule consisting of 2 atoms.
Chapter 9, Naming Ions. Cations were formed when metals in groups 1A, 2A, and 3A lose electrons. I also learned about monoatomic and polyatomic ions.
In chapter 10, Chemical Quantities. When you measure the amount of something by one of 3 different methods, by count, by mass, and by volume. I had learned a mole, Avogadro's number, and a representative particle is, and what a representative particle is.
Chapter 11, Describing Chemical Reactions. In this chapter, I had learned about catalysts and coefficient and skeleton equations. So the bad thing is we didn't get to chapter 12. We'll probably get to that at the end of the beginning of next semester.
Yeah. But thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
Woo!